Today I'm really excited because I'm hoping for a shot that I've been failing to capture for quite some time now. And it's autumn and I have a pretty good visibility day today. High fluffy clouds for some sky drama. And I'm currently hiking my favorite trail here in Hong Kong, whose landscape views tend to ghost me more than my Tinder dates. So it's a pretty love-hate relationship with this area. And for today, I just wanted to share my compositions, share my thought process, and you can treat this video sort of like a let's go out and shoot with me kind of day, and treat me like a photography bro or something. So what good conditions we had a while ago. It's pretty much covered with moody clouds already. Still kind of like the vibes. So I'm setting up this shot for a self-portrait because I found that interesting rock over there, which I think if I stand, it will highlight me as a subject and give the sense of scale in terms of the composition. And then pair that with the dramatic background in the landscape and the ocean view, plus the moody clouds. I think it's gonna be one interesting shot. This set is going to be the first of many shots that I will take where I spend hours exploring compositions and have different lighting conditions throughout to emphasize the colors of the landscape. It's gonna be beautiful. Anyway, so I came back to this area because it's going to be one of the best places here in Hong Kong to shoot for the autumn because of how abundant the silvergrass is, which is basically just grass that doesn't look silver at all. But the last time I did this, I had very moody conditions, so the colors appeared very muted. So I didn't come away with a decent autumn shots unlike the other photographers who did some fall photography. And because of that, I very much felt left out. This hike will be a lot more fun if I was fit enough. I don't know why, but I always hike for landscape photography, but it doesn't seem to build up my stamina. I'm gonna feel this in my calves tomorrow. Look at that silvergrass though. It's amazing. And because autumn is such a hot time for photography and you know the weather is not so hot anymore for hiking, I've never seen a mountain this crowded before. You know, when I first started doing landscape photography, I never really understood the hype about autumn. But now that I'm doing it, it just really makes you want to fall. This area is just really incredible, like especially this time of the year. You can see all the browns and the oranges, and then you can still see some patches of greens of the trees, which gives it a lot more pop and color in life. So I think that's the types of shots that I'm trying to look for right now, and the field is just covered with all the silvergrass. Okay, so I found that abandoned refugee hut at the top, surrounded by the silvergrass, which I think is a nice frame. But my only problem is I think that tree is a bit distracting because it's quite dominant and then it doesn't really balance out the scene too well with the hut. So I just zoomed in so far so that I can crop it out. I don't know if it works. I think the angle of elevation is still a bit too awkward looking up, but let's see if it works. So I think I found this better composition over here where I think the orientation of the hut is better because it's a bit more elevated from this side, and the tree that I had a problem with a while ago is counterbalanced with another tree over here. I quite enjoyed this composition as it gives a dreamy feeling that resembled that of some sort of animation. After taking the shot, the light came back creeping in, which lit the landscapes in the background more in a flattering way, giving a spotlight effect on some of the huts and a natural gradient. A bit getting tired of just looking at the refugee huts, so now I'm making my way up to the top area on the peak to see more open views, and hopefully we'll see the Lantau peak later, which is the main subject on this hike. But the clouds aren't really letting up, but it's a bit windy, so hopefully it's gonna get blown over later, and then we'll see some visibility even just for a little bit. The conditions were becoming more and more promising, which gave me the urge of photographing this man and his funky neon shorts, and be greeted with a field filled with silvergrass that really just made me excited about the shots to be taken. I don't think I've seen this many silvergrass before. I haven't explored this part of this hike. Just amazing. As I arrived at the peak, I immediately explored to find a spot for compositions, but then was blown away by the landscapes. Literally. And was being given the facial treatment. So I had this little realization lately that my YouTube videos on street photography have been doing a lot better than my landscape photography vlogs. And I wasn't really sure why, because I think the photos that I share on the landscape vlogs are much better, which makes me want to improve on these videos so that they can spread to more people around the world. Because this is the place that really motivated me to start my photography, and I can't really think of a better place where there's like a convenience from being within the city and still be so connected to the landscape. It just took me like half an hour going here by the bus to the closest metro, and then now I'm just surrounded with these beautiful mountain ranges. It's officially golden hour now, and wow, the light is just really beautiful. You can already see the golden and some pink-purple hues in the sky, and we have that very dramatic cloud cover underneath the peak, which is just really beautiful. I think I had really nice conditions, although it was a bit pessimistic a while ago when the low clouds came rolling in, but I think the wind right now is just blowing them away. And for the shots, I think it's just really straightforward. I'm just using some of the silvergrass as the foreground, and yeah, just the no-brainer subject of Lantau Peak at the background. But I'm trying to find just different patterns in the silhouettes because it's backlit by the sun. I think the shoot today is quite successful. Finally having like a vibrant autumn photo shot here in Hong Kong from Sunset Peak. Truly amazed with what I was seeing. I took this time lapse I'm happy with because it included what I thought were perfect conditions. As I take in and process this beautiful sight along with other nature lovers, because this is a pretty mainstream autumn activity, I hunt for more compositions and went for a lower perspective to have the silvergrass dominate the foreground. These photos are very simple compositionally, but I really like them as they had the vibrant pop in color I was aiming for today. So the sky didn't really explode right after sunset, but my one tip when you're shooting for the sunset is to wait it out. Don't leave right after the sunset, because during the twilight hours you can actually get more colorful tones and vibrancy in your sky, especially if you have those high fluffy clouds that reflect the residual light coming from the sun. So don't leave early. And with that, I think we're done for the day. Very productive, and I think I got the autumn vibe shots that I've come here for. And hopefully you were able to see why this place is my favorite hike in Hong Kong. And if you're interested to see more shots from this area where I shot it from the sunset until the night time, click on this video. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.